Connor, sometimes when you get near the end of the streak, you play well like you did in Florida, and then you continue to. Do you feel that maybe your team's getting back to where you want to, and how big was that game in Carolina?
I mean, massive, obviously, just to get a win. Sometimes you just got to get a win to get out of that. As you said, there's games where you lose, but you feel like you started something, and I feel like in Florida there was that game. But previous to the break, we were winning games and feel like we probably deserved worse. So it goes both ways, and I thought we got what we deserved. With this last little bit, and it's our job to work our way out.
Is there anything you can point your finger to in terms of the last two games that you felt like you guys were doing better than the previous game?
I thought it was just effort, just work all around. Winning puck battles, a little bit of luck too, honestly. They had a couple of posts. Obviously, Pix makes a great save at the end. You need that too. So, it's good to get a win.
It's been pretty go for you. Short off season, start of the season, Four Nations, right back into it. Are there ways to conserve energy down the stretch here?
That's a good question. It's been a tough stretch, as you said. Been a grind. Grinding before the Four Nations, and obviously the Four Nations, and another long road trip. So, but I take care of myself. It's my job to be ready to play each and every night. I'll try to listen to my body, and if there's a day that I need, I'll take it. If not, just continue to work away.
What's that mental grind been like? Because it was such an emotional high, the Four Nations, and you go right back into.
It's been a lot. It's been difficult. This last road trip was tough. Obviously for the group, but personally as well. So. Nice to be home. Nice to get home, see the dog, and sleep in my own bed.
Connor, what do you think of the two McDonald's being called McDavid's?
Yeah, pretty cool. It shows. And it's pretty funny. A lot of my good buddies growing up in high school worked at that McDonald's back home. So pretty funny. They all had a good laugh at that.
One of the things that you've seen at playoff time that's required is you got to maybe stiffen up a little bit physically as a group and be ready for that. This group isn't necessarily playing like that game to game this year. Is that something you think you'll be able to flip that switch and find that as a group?
Well, we still have 22 games left to find it, and everybody's tinkering with their game. Everybody's trying to find their game or find another level to their game, I think. To a man, I think we can all be harder to play against, be more dialed in, more detailed. I think you'll start to see that coming down the stretch.
Well, the mood swings around the Oilers, as you know, are pretty good in Edmonton. So, where do you guys see yourselves, heading into the stretch drive, heading into the trade deadline? What would your state of the union be for the Oilers?
We're excited about the stretch. We're excited to string some together here, to play our best hockey coming down the stretch. That's what matters. It's not about who starts the season the best. It's not about who has the best. December or January. It's about who can come down the stretch hot and go into the playoffs on a high note and ride that. And that's what we're excited about.
This is kind of what you guys have been waiting for all year, almost, right? To get into the part of it. Yeah, we have been. Honestly, it's been as you said, up and down this year. But for the most part, I think we've been pretty consistent for the most, the meat of the season. I don't like our start, and I don't like our last couple of or our last probably 10 games. But other than that, we've been pretty consistent, pretty solid, winning games. So we're excited to come down the stretch here and play our best hockey.
The trade deadline is coming up on Friday. The last few years, you've welcomed in some pretty important additions, guys like Matias Ekholm, Kulak, Henrik, etc. You get that mindset as a team, like is it hard because you might lose someone, but you probably got a good chance of gaining someone. How do you approach it?
Yeah, I say this every year. The trade deadline is an emotional time for teams. There's the human aspect of it. Where you see a friend and families uprooted and moving to new spots. So try to think about it from the human side. And with that being said, I think management in the years past have always done a good job of pitching in. Giving us another horse in the stable to help us coming down the stretch and into the playoffs. So I'd expect management to do the same. and
Do you pay attention to what the other teams are doing, adding people?
Of course.
You're in this Western Conference.
Of course. I mean, we pay attention to the league. I mean, we're hockey fans too, so we pay attention to everything, and there's already been some movement, which is good. You need to see some of that to start to move to see other things happen. So I'm sure it'll be a busy week, and as I said, you'd hope for some reinforcements, some depth and stuff like that, just because we know how hard it is and injuries happen and stuff like that. So, yeah.
How do you react? The fans always want the team to add a piece for this hole, a piece for that hole. You have to back off a little bit. There's only so many holes and there's only so much a manager could do.
That's a Stan question. That's not a me question.
You're the captain.
My job is to make sure that everyone in here is ready to roll. Myself first and foremost, and that's my job. Not my job to go trade for guys and stuff like that. But